believe it's afternoon wherever you are right now. My name is Stan Ecklund. I'm the benevolent dictator of the Right Attitude Facebook group and a docent at Hollyhock House in East Hollywood, California.
My name is Suzanne Ecklund. I am a former docent at Hollyhock House, and I am a nurse, and I am a great Frank Lloyd Wright fan.
And we are privileged to be today speaking to you from the Unity Temple in Oak Park, Illinois. As you know, it's undergone an amazing restoration. It's closed right now, but we've had the wonderful opportunity through our membership in the Unity Temple Restoration Foundation to have a private tour of the spaces and get to see this amazing place, devoid of people and all of the other things. And I've got to tell you, it's just amazing.
And I just want to remind you that with your membership to the Unity Temple Restoration Foundation, you might be able to get a private tour just like this on some levels.
Absolutely.
So make sure you go to the website and check that out. And don't forget that for all of July, you get a 10% discount.
So we were just walking through and thinking about some of the things that you see here. I know for me, I'm always amazed by the way such a petite and tight space can be complicated. As you come in off the street, you go through a path of discovery to find the door. Then you get to choose between the temple side or the house side. Then even to get into the temple itself, you have to go through this circuitous route and up some stairs, and then boom, you're into this wonderful space. To me, that whole process of causing you to think, allowing you to see a little bit of it, but not so much, and you get some sight and you lose some sight, and then you step into this amazing space, and you understand exactly why it is that this place is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I mean, incredible.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to follow that up with, the colors in this space are so beautiful, and they really mimic nature. And I find it very interesting that, it's that gray concrete outside. And you think that that's what you're going to see. And then after your journey of discovery, you realize that nature is present inside Unity Temple. It's just beautiful. There's never a bad day at Unity Temple. It does not matter what the weather is. It has these magnificent amber tinted windows up on is it the ley light or the skylight?
It's technically both. Mm-hmm. Today it's a skylight.
So even if it's raining or storming or sunny outside, it's always a beautiful day in Unity Temple, and you're always welcome at Unity Temple.
And it's interesting because we see some of these features in other Wright sites as well. If you walk up to Hollyhock House, I can't tell you the number of times visitors have walked in and said, I've seen the outside and it looks like a Mayan penitentiary. It's dark, it's concrete, it's cold, and I was convinced it was going to be that on the inside. And then they walk through the concrete doors and they step in and they see the colors and they see the wood and they feel the warmth, very much like you see here. And with the way the skylights are here and the high, large clear stories that you have, but no real vision out to the street. It's not unlike the way it is at the S.C. Johnson Great Workroom, where Mr. Wright decided that he didn't want the employees to be able to see out into what he called that grimy neighborhood, but you still needed the light. And so he used the light up above and brought it down in to light the space in the way that he wanted it to be lit and to control the environment the way he wanted it to be, rather than the way the environment might otherwise do on its own.
That's a perfect summation of it. I believe, one of the other things that I like about this space, and I just like about Unity, about the Unitarian religion in general, that's not what I'm here to talk about, is the inclusiveness. It is very, very important in my life as my practice as a nurse. Always maintain everyone's dignity, and everybody is equal and equally loved. So, because of the way the seating is laid out in here, because of Mr. Wright's genius, there is no bad seat in Unity Temple. So basically, whatever seat you choose is the best seat in the house.
Exactly. I think no matter where you pick, you can pick high, you can pick low, you can pick center, you can pick side, and you're no more than, I believe it's 45 or 50 feet from the speaker at any given time. And so there's a sense of equality with it all. And like you say, the fact that you chose that seat, you picked the spot that works best for you, that's automatically the best seat in the house. That's a really
And I just really think that that just lends to the community, you know, the community of the congregation, and just the warmth and the welcoming nature of that is Unity Temple. I do know that the Unitarian Church was the first to ordain women, and of course, you know, I love that. You know, we need more inclusivity, if I said that correctly, in this world, and we need love and forgiveness.
That's right.
And this is a good place to remember that, and to remind myself of the beauty of nature and the fantastic work of Frank Lloyd Wright.
And it's amazing because, you know, well, at the same time, there's beauty and there's peace and tranquility and all these. It's also, there's a function behind the building. I mean, there's a secular side and a religious side, and you come in and you have the choice of be able to go side to side and take care of all the business that needs to happen. So there's a very practical element to the design, and Wright, of course, being a Unitarian, understood very well the mission of the church and the way it would need to go. And so he was able to create a design that meets all of the needs of a church that's working with its community. So it has its own people to take care of, but it's also needing places to be able to reach out to the community and shelter and all the other things that come with any good religious structure.
Well, you know what that brings to mind, how, you know, Frank Lloyd Wright always builds like of the site, not on the site. And the way that I feel that Unity Temple is, it was built with the community, for the community. And it's a true, you know, beautiful space.
It's an amazing place. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to just walk through it again. I was here before the last restoration, and I can tell you, I believe it was Gunny Harbaugh who oversaw this restoration. Of course, Gunny has done some amazing work in the Wright community. I don't need to tell anybody about the wonders of Gunny Harbaugh. But, I mean, there were pieces of plywood attached to the ceiling that had painted to match the tones around it, and cracked plaster. And it was a building that was really showing its age. And you know, you worry sometimes with some of these buildings, have they gone so far that you just can't bring them back from the edge? In Los Angeles, we have the Freeman House, which if you were on the Wright Building Conservancy's tour in Los Angeles in 2019, when you got to see us up at Hollyhock House, we went to the Freeman House, and there's some real concerns there. And so with a place like this, you know, I think a lot of people probably came through here in the last decade and wondered, is this one going to be, are we going to be able to pull this one back from the edge? And the Restoration Foundation, combined with the various donors who were able to get involved. And the donors. And, you know, Gunny and his team and the wonderful craftsmen, it is just stunning to see the way they've been able to do it. Bringing back all of the natural feature, the natural plaster features. The wood is just spectacular. The skylights, of course, which were restored in Southern California at Judson Studios,
Yay.
who made our Hollyhock
where
House.
we live in Los Angeles.
And anytime you're out there, when you come to see us at Hollyhock House, be sure to go over to Judson Studios. They actually work out of a historic building, and the processes over there are phenomenal. But we actually had the opportunity to see some of this glass while it was at Judson Studios. I believe there's somewhere around 310 pieces of glass, and to see all that glass in one place processing through was an amazing experience in and of itself. But to see it now where it belongs, and looking and seeing the beautiful day that's outside, I can see trees outside the lower windows, and of course a beautiful cloudless sky up above. The glass is working with Mr. Wright's architecture to do exactly what it's supposed to do and create that sense of peace and tranquility and upbeat.
I tell you, it's helped my peace and tranquility since I've been standing in here.
Yes, absolutely.
I want to just expand on that and just say that that is another reason why all of us in the Wright community, I'm speaking for the Wright community, but okay, for myself, that we're so grateful for the UNESCO World Heritage designation, because, you know, that really gives us some peace of mind that our properties will be maintained and cared for, and, you know, not.
Yeah, and you know, that it brings attention, it brings challenges, because now you have a standard that you have to meet. But as we saw yesterday, we were at Taliesin, and of course back home at Hollyhock House, and again now here, you know, that it's a designation that is well deserved, it's well earned, and it will be well maintained by the people who are keeping these, who are serving as the stewards of these places, and setting it up for the people who come after them.
Yeah. So, you know, the way that you guys can help at home is, remember that July, all through July, you can get 10% off. You can be a member of the Unity Temple Restoration Foundation, and it comes with many, many perks. There's a newsletter, and you may even get to do a private tour like this for some levels. And you can find all of that information on the website,
utrf.org.